everyone. Welcome to the second episode of Real Talk Tonight. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I'm your host, Eynelys Garcia.
And I am your co-host, Heather Bravo.
Yes, we are co-hosting it all the way up today. I got a co-host. She has a co-host. We are co-host all the way.
We're co-hosters. We're the co-hostiest.
We're the co-hostians. Yes. You guys, I'm so excited. You guys, if you missed our first episode, which was a Friday the 13th episode,
so fun,
so much fun. You got to go check that out. We talk about all kinds of crazy shit. And for those of you who are just catching up, who haven't seen the first episode, who are like, "What the fuck is this? Why is this on Eynelys' channel?" It's because this is a new show that Heather and I are doing. Heather is my best friend of a decade. We have such a great time. We have so much in common, and we're always fucking laughing. Even when we're talking about a lot of things that we don't agree with, because I'm an atheist and she is not. And so, but we have the best conversations, and I don't think it's right to not share that with you guys. You know what I mean? So we're really excited about the show. It's going to be coming out twice a week. We're going to be posting Tuesdays and Fridays. And if you become a Buy Me a Coffee member, you get all episodes a day early, and you get access to exclusive content. And if you guys are a Rockfin Premium member, you get access to all the live streams as well. Or all the full shows, I should say. So it's going to be really fun. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a topic that I think we're both very interested in.
Yes.
And that is UFOs. And of course, we're also probably going to end up talking about something else. But I want to talk about UFOs because one of the things that you and I have been talking about recently is the fact that the government just admitted that UFOs are like a thing. Duh. And the world is so fucked up. Dude, the world is so fucked up, no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck.
You're telling us something we didn't know? Like, come on.
You know, I didn't know because, well, first of all, because my life was about surviving for so long, I didn't have time to like think about aliens, you know what I mean? I was just like, what the fuck? But then when you actually start thinking about these things, they fuck you up. Because if aliens are real, we're gonna jump right into this, okay? There's no transitional period here. I'm sorry. If aliens are real, that means Doctor Who.
Yes.
That means it might not be impossible for a TARDIS, time and relative dimension in space, to exist.
Exactly.
And I'm just saying, like, the universe. And you know what's funny is, like, I've thought several times about, like, if I could have one superpower, what would it be? And I've thought long and hard about this, and I really would say it would be to be a Time Lord and have a TARDIS. But even if I'm not a Time Lord, specifically to have a TARDIS, I want a TARDIS. I want to be able to travel. Okay, we might change the cover of this video later to Doctor Who. I want to be able to travel in time and space. Can you imagine being able to travel in time and space? And who says that they can't? I'm just saying, like, this is a lot of information.
Well, it's obvious that aliens have been traveling through time. Like, we go back to Mayans, we go back to pyramids, and where the hell did they get this technology when they're still wiping their ass with a rock? Like, I mean, to build these pyramids, and you know, there's like writings that when you translate it, it's like, you know, the gods that came from the light in the sky. Like, to me, that doesn't scream Jesus, that screams aliens, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, and I think that maybe aliens were from a planet that was created before us, and so they're more advanced and they're bringing their technology to us. That could be a thing. You know, religious people believe that the rapture is going to be blamed on aliens that came and took us. So yeah, the government has to get with the program to be like, hey, there's aliens, so that we all accept it, and then they can go and say, oh yeah, the rapture came. The religious people believe that, but then everybody else will be like, oh my god, the aliens came and took them. So I mean, there has to be that controversy all the time. But yeah, aliens are totally a thing.
Dude, okay, look, mind blown. Like, when you really start thinking about what it means if this shit is real, and clearly UFOs are real, clearly, like, they admitted it. And see, I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know, is it a hoax, is it real? But I always thought it would be so fucking cool if it was real, right? And most people feel this way, like it would be so fucking cool. I mean, some people are terrified, but that's because they don't have curiosity. And
Close encounters.
It's so I do believe that. Okay, so we're gonna say UFOs are real because, like, at this point, it's undeniable, right? Now, what is still in question is, what are the UFOs, and is there an alien life form traveling in them, or who is controlling it, or whatever, whether it's somebody in it or somebody controlling it externally, whatever, right? And that's the question: is who is behind the UFO?
Oh my god, what if they got out of the UFO and the aliens look like Jason Momoa?
Dude. Okay, no shit. Okay, right before we started filming this episode, this bitch shows me her Twitter, and fucking Jason Momoa is following her, and she has 3 fucking followers.
Jason Momoa, the official account of Jason Momoa personal Twitter, and he is following me. I have 3 followers. No shit. I almost died. Jason Momoa is following me, and he is the love of my life. So I was really excited.
I don't understand this. I literally just looked it up on Twitter again because I can't accept that we're right about this. Like, how? I don't understand. He's fucking following her. I don't know what you did. I was like, nah, I'm gonna look this up.
Something right.
I'm gonna. It's like fucking Jason Momoa was like, Heather Bravo. Yes. I know her.
Yes. He's like, I gotta be following her.
I just looked it up again on Twitter. Like, it's really real.
Yes, that's his official page. Like, oh my god.
So the excited. Aliens look like Jason Momoa.
Yes.
Okay.
In Aquaman.
I like him better in Game of Thrones. He never
wears a shirt.
Oh my god, you're too much, dude. He's a good-looking man. He's a
very, very good-looking man. And did you hear his story of how he got with his wife?
Yes, it's so cute. He loved her for like forever.
He was like a total stalker watching her on the Cosby Show, and he was like telling his grandma, like, I'm gonna marry that woman. She's like, oh, okay, Jason, go outside and play. And when she divorced Lenny Kravitz, he was like, boom, it's mine. That's it.
We are now gonna change the video cover to Aquaman.
Yes.
Oh my god. No, dude, I think first of all, so people ask questions like, oh, why is the government choosing to, they're not like generals and shit are leaking, and they're coming out and they're saying like, I saw this shit. We all did. We were all like, I mean, that
Area 51
Tic Tac. Did you see the Tic Tac video?
Tic Tac?
Yeah,
TikTok.
Tic Tac.
No.
Tic Tac. It was a Tic Tac shaped alien ship or whatever. Uh-huh. Okay.
A Tic Tac like the breath mint?
No, it's the shape. It's because it's shaped like a Tic Tac. That's why they call it that, because it's shaped. The UFO. The UFO shape.
What is a Tic Tac?
That's the shape of the UFO, dude.
Aren't UFOs circular?
Yes, that's why I'm saying it's a new fucking shape. They have aircrafts with new shapes. That's what they call the new shape of some of these UFOs.
You're gonna have to draw it for me.
Apparently, it looks like a fucking Tic Tac, dude.
Like the tic-tac-toe game?
No,
like a
fucking Tic Tac that you put in your mouth. The
like
shape.
A breath mint.
Yes,
that's what I just said. And you said no. I'm like, then what the fuck do you want from me? Like, Good shit right there.
Oh god.
Woo! High on life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smoke weed and you will always have this much fun.
Oh my god.
I can guarantee every adult out there who's 21 or older. Cause I got high. Cause I got high. Cause I got high. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. All right.
Well, they're saying that UFOs have like crashed into the ocean, and when they go to find it, it's not there. Again,
so I think,
going through the portal.
Well, I don't believe in the portal theory, but I do like hearing these theories because they're interesting. But I do believe that, well, if UFOs are real, then there's no reason that they couldn't have been visiting people all back throughout civilization.
Yes.
So, yeah, when you see a lot of these, and we don't know if it even went back to Greek times, we don't know, lights in the sky, like you were saying, like, yeah, as an atheist, I'm going to say that probably was not a god. and if
it wasn't sweet baby Jesus,
it was not sweet baby Jesus, our favorite baby.
Yeah.
And
so cute and cuddly.
Yes, yeah. so adorbs. And so, like, I think if we are agreeing on the premise that UFOs are real, then it's not very difficult to imagine that they could have been, coming here for a while. And so the question for me is who or what is behind the UFO? The UFO is just a mode of transportation or a surveillance device. I don't know, because it depends on whether somebody is in it or not.
I believe that there's somebody in it.
Okay.
I believe that they are traveling. They may be called to our planet.
For what?
They maybe they're picking up on our vibrations. Maybe there's something that they feel in outer space that draws them to us. Maybe they have been coming here and help building our world all along. I mean, we don't know. It biblically wise, God created the heavens and the earth. But what if Jason Momoa lookalike aliens built our earth and built our planet, and that's where we're getting our technology? If you think about it, how long ago were we riding a horse and carriage?
Yeah.
Then the first car, they were wind-up cars. And then we went to gas. Now we're, looking at electric cars and flying cars, and, just how fast.
Since we split the atom, yeah.
Yes, how fast our technology just grew. 15 years ago, we had these big, huge, ugly computers on our desks that were like horrible, and took up all the room and made that horrible AOL sound, dial up. And now we have these cute little we have these cute little handheld computers and telephones in our hand.
Yeah.
And my grandmother was a telephone operator and wore those stupid roller skates and had to roller skate up and down and plug in, cables to connect people that were calling somebody.
Yeah.
And now we can talk into our phone and say, hey, Siri, call Eynelys, and boom, you're on the phone.
Yeah.
So it's like, look at how fast, from such a slow pace, and then boom, we have all this technology. So it's like, I believe we're getting that information from aliens.
Yeah, it's an interesting theory and one that I can't discount, because I don't. That's the cool thing about aliens is. No. I'm saying that's the cool thing about aliens is that if you're accepting the premise that UFOs are real, which at this point I am, the idea of what might be behind that, it's impossible to say anything but I don't know anything is possible, because anything is possible.
Yes.
It literally could be anything. And it's like that then opens up the door for the idea of intergalactic travel, which is crazy, because then you start to think, okay, what is it behind the UFO? Is it another life form? It has to be an intelligent life form to be able to build a system with no propulsion. And that's really the thing that got me as I watched It was a documentary. I can't remember the guy's name. Jeremy Corbyn. No, not Jeremy Corbyn. That's the British Prime Minister. Wait, I'm gonna look it up because we have these handy things called cell phones.
That has a neat thing called Google search.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if
Jeremy Corbyn is not the person I was thinking of. It's something with Corbyn.
She is looking this up.
I'm looking this up. I know.
But I mean, if you think about it, it could be. I mean, Mars. They have confirmed that once had life form on it. There was once water running through it. There are satellite images of rock formations in a certain area, and the next day surveillance of the same area, and those rocks have been moved. So
yeah,
I think that there are other planets with life forms. They may not look like us, they may not be like us, but I believe that they are somewhere.
Jeremy
Corbell.
Okay, he did the documentary that I watched on Bob Lazar. And Bob Lazar, this documentary is fucking amazing. I think it's on Netflix, but if it's not, you guys should look it up, find out where it is, and watch it. Apparently, Bob Lazar worked in like a subdivision of Area 51.
Mm-hmm.
And he was essentially there to study a propulsion system, or a lack thereof, in one of these aircrafts. And he tells the story, and he's been telling it for like decades, that he was brought in to study this craft, and he described it as a lot smaller than one would think. Not like teeny, but not like this huge fucking thing. Like the area, it was wide, but the area where someone would sit was small, like a child would sit there.
Okay.
And he essentially, there was this this undiscovered element. I can't remember the number, but he talked about it years before it was finally admitted that this element did exist. I can't remember what it's called, so I'm not going to say something stupid. But it was essentially, there was something that was allowing this vessel to fly at extreme speeds that were not humanly possible, with no propulsion system. So normally for something to take off or thrust forward, there has to be something pushing away, right? Like flames at the end or gas or something. There was no propulsion system. And that's what got, I know.
You said thrust. I can't handle it. Okay. Yes.
No propulsion system. How the fuck is that thing like fucking zipping all over? Yes. You know what I mean? And apparently he said that there were several different types of aircrafts there, different shapes, different sizes, different types of technology in each one.
Wow.
And there was so much that they couldn't explain. And he was like, I don't know, but I almost wondered, like, are these from different species?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. You got to watch this documentary. I'll find the link and send it to you, but it's so good. We should do an episode talking about it. Watch it. Let me know when you're watching it. I'll watch it again so I can refresh myself, and then we'll do an episode about it.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. But I mean, and then there's like generals and shit in the military coming out and saying, like, we all saw this thing, like it zipped down like hundreds of feet in like the blink of an eye, which is no aircraft that we have can do that, at least that we know of. Right? He's like, and then it ended up at the point where we were all going to end up at. How did it know to go there?
Oh, wow.
It's really, Commander David Fravor is the one who told this story. And so, yeah, like there's so many stories. It's like, it's undeniable at this point. And now it's just like, there's so much that we worry about every day. But when you think about extraterrestrial life and what that might entail, and, you know, what's going on, because we don't know, right? It makes everything we worry about every day almost seem like nothing. Like, of course, it's huge to us. To us, it's like these things are like life-changing and world-ending, and like, but from the perspective of, we don't know how many races of aliens there might be, or like if there are any, like are there millions, or there dozens, or there like how many other planets have living like, you know, sentient life forms on them? And what does that mean for us? Like, we already know we're a tiny fucking speck in the middle of this huge universe, but it's like, how much more insignificant, this is depressing, how much more insignificant does that make our lives?
We got ET up there going, yeah, no, we messed up on them. You know, I have heard about UFOs ever since I was a little kid. I've always believed that there was something else out there, something feeding us technology, something helping us build. I don't believe that we were just put on this earth to just figure shit out ourselves. And so I believe that we've been guided, and that there's life forms on several different planets out there. My worry and concern is are there any hostile ones? What happens? Like, we've seen so many movies, Independence Day, like the aliens run out of resources on their planet.
So I
now
still not watched that movie. I need to watch that.
Oh
movie.
My God, you need to.
Is that Will Smith?
Yes.
Okay.
And so then, they come and they have to get our resources, War of the Worlds.
I saw that one.
War of the Worlds was the greatest.
Before I knew Tom Cruise was insane.
Yeah. Because they came at here to get our resources, but they weren't immune to our germs and our, diseases, sicknesses, and bacterias and whatever here. So it killed them off. And it's like, how real could that really be?
Yeah.
And I mean, us even talking about War of the Worlds, War of the Worlds started out as a radio show. Like,
I didn't know that.
Kabillion years ago. And at the beginning of the radio show, they announced that this was a program that they were going to put on, and then they would discuss it afterwards. So some people turned on the radio and heard these news broadcasts of War of the Worlds, and they thought it was real. Men were taking their wives and children to the basement and literally killing them.
Oh my God.
Because they were afraid that the aliens were going to come and get them. And then at the end, it was just like, oh, you've just listened to this show, War of the Worlds by so-and-so. And they're like, holy fuck, we just murdered our whole family.
Holy shit.
Yes, that was a real thing.
Have you ever seen the original, not Plan 9 from Outer Space, the one that Keanu Reeves did a remake of? Looking it up on the old trusty phone. Which we're going to be doing Keanu Reeves, UFO. Yes, it's the Day the Earth Stood Still.
Yes.
The original The Day the Earth Stood Still is a phenomenal movie.
Yes, it is. I agree.
I love that movie. Holy shit. And the Keanu Reeves one is actually not bad either. But the original is just really, especially for that time, it's really cool. Like the way that they did it, it's really well thought out. Like you could totally tell like what's a fake suit and like shit like that.
Yeah.
But don't go watch it for the amazing graphics. Go watch it for the really, really good storytelling. Like it's a really, really impactful, and especially because movies back then, they tend to be at a slower pace than what we can deal with now for some reason. But it was a really, really good movie. We're definitely gonna have to watch and react to that Jeremy Corbell, not Corbett, Corbell UFO thing. Like, dude, it's so good.
It sounds so good.
Yeah.
Totally into it.
Okay, so I think that was a good run on the UFOs.
Yes.
Good episode?
Yeah.
Good episode? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the second episode of Real Talk Tonight. We had a great time. We'll see you guys next time, and we'll be talking about more random shit.
Yes. Random shit.
Bye, everyone.